decided to celebrate Nina's birthday on Catalina Island, showing up to Long Beach's Catalina Express terminal after eating lunch at Phnom Penh Noodle Shack, her annual pick for a birthday meal. Early December in Southern California was still offering sunny days in the 20 to 25 degrees Celsius range, perfect for a little ferry voyage and some seafood restaurants, some relaxation, and even a tiki bar as reward on the island.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Catalina Island.
Without prior experience, it was hard to compare, but the Catalina Express ferry building seemed pretty empty as we arrived early and waited for our boat. When it did arrive from the island, tons of people disembarked and made their way through the terminal, by far the most people we would see for 2 days. The few travelers who were getting on that now empty boat all seemed to know each other, Catalina Island residents who had come on to the mainland for the weekend. Before you reach the open ocean, you get to pass by quite a bit of Long Beach seafront property, parks, and the port. Despite being just off the coast of both Los Angeles and Orange counties, Catalina Island is not quite an easy destination for most of the Southland's residents. It takes a ferry ride from either Long Beach or San Pedro in LA's harbor, or Newport or Dana Point in Orange County. All of these rides come out to about $100 round trip per person, not including the crazy parking rates, and accommodation on the island is not cheap either. Budget-minded travelers can camp in various places on the island and get around on hiking trails, but if you want to stay in town, plan on some decent prices for your hotel and meals. Thinking about renting one of those golf carts that everyone is driving around on? Do not even get me started with those prices. The ride takes about an hour in total, the catamaran gently swaying on the calm seas. I grabbed a beer from the concession stand and kept transferring between my seat and the upper decks and their great views. As we got closer to the island, a pod of dolphins gave us a show, diving down underneath the boat as it cruised past. Upon docking, the second largest group of people we would see were also headed in the opposite direction. Seemingly, the last group of weekend revelers was set to leave on the ferry we just came on, and just like that, the island was ours. As our short time here continued, we would come to realize that this fact alone made our trip so much more relaxing and enjoyable. On one of our walks, we met a woman who lived on Catalina in her youth and was back for a high school reunion. She told us that now even some cruise ships dock in Avalon with tens of thousands of passengers pouring into the tiny city. We were very thankful that none of this was happening during our stay, as it would have made our experience very different. After checking into our cute little hotel, we walked to the main street to have the first of many birthday toasts.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
We then enjoyed a delicious and fresh seafood dinner and eventually moved on to the island's tiki bar. The highlight of this last part was definitely the free straw hat that came with Nina's drink.
Are you getting wiki whacked?
You're getting the wiki whack.
The rest of the evening included a gigantic jacuzzi tub, but is unfortunately censored so the YouTube channel does not get banned. Since Nina was working such long hours, she deserved an extra long sleep in. So I took a walk down to the ocean and enjoyed the harbor with an overcast sky, and then headed to the only post office on Catalina Island. The station was closed but had some festive decorations that were worth enjoying. After a breakfast of chilaquiles and crab cake benedict, we set off to climb another hill and get more rewarding views of Avalon and its very photogenic harbor. If you have more time, there are plenty of water sports to do in warmer months and excursions around the island all year round. You will notice a few semi-submarines ambling around the harbor. Those have a partial glass bottom to enjoy marine life through. There is even a bison herd that roams around, leftovers from a film shoot from almost 100 years ago. But we were content to use our limited time wandering around on foot to soak up the sun and slow pace of the off-season here in Catalina.
Fun. Glass bottom. Wait, what? Bye, Catalina.